А мы продолжаем. Следующий спикер вдребезги сейчас будет разбивать стереотипы. Скажите, пожалуйста, что вы представляете, когда видите человека в форме? Боимся. Еще что? Я еду за рулем, обычно я говорю, блин. Обычная реакция такая, мне кажется, все водители такие. И уже начинаем вспоминать, что мы нагрешили, натворили в этой грешной жизни, да? Хорошо, тогда вопросы поосторожнее. Нет, шучу. Готовьте любые вопросы. Но просто хочу вас предупредить, что наш следующий спикер, между прочим, обладатель черного пояса по Таэквондо. Но не об этом сейчас речь. Неожиданно для меня. Капитан юстиции, старший инспектор по профессиональной и служебной подготовке. Внимание, я сейчас буду материться. Исправительного учреждения ИЧ-167/4. И он мне сейчас дал вот расшифровку. Я буду читать. Департамента уголовной исполнительной системы по городу Shymkent. Или же, без мата поймете, это тюрьма. Айдаров Баглан расскажет нам об обратной стороне цифровизации, к чему может привести массовый переход всей вашей информации в цифровой вариант и как этим могут воспользоваться посторонние люди в организации. Итак, музыка, Баглан, человек в форме, я выступаю в сцену.
Hello everyone. I speak 4 languages, but today I'm going to speak only English. So probably you're surprised. So the topic today is the dark side of digitalization. Most of the speakers they talk about the positive sides, but today I want to talk about the negative side of digitalization, how it's happened, about the dark net, and probably heard about the dark net, about the Silk Road, about cyber criminals, hackers, and I'll talk about them. And I hope it will be interesting. And after my presentation, you can ask many questions, and I will be happy to answer you. So let's start. So you know, a lot of people don't know the difference between digitalization and digitization. So digitalization, it's what means. So we cannot see it. I don't know what's happening. Okay. So digitalization is the process of converting information into a digital format. So I was just like, why? I don't know why this is dark. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to explain. So what we know, the internet is massive. It's very huge, there's so many information. But we know about the, like the Facebook, Yahoo, Google, YouTube, it's just the tip of the iceberg. But what you don't know about the deep web, where like other websites, so we don't have an access on them. And we have also dark net. And criminals, they're also advancing as technologies, and they use it, the internet, they take advantage of the internet. They can, you can, sell guns, you can hire assassin, you can, spread child pornography, human trafficking, drug dealing. You can do a lot of things, online. So here, is the website, where you can easily buy a gun. It's very interesting. It's on the dark net, and they will deliver it to you. So it's just like, not everyone can access to that, but you have to have the dark net. You have to use special tools, like software. Probably heard about Tor or like YouTube, but mobile. And also, you can hire an assassin. So if somebody pisses you off and you're very angry, and just hire an assassin, and you pay them, they solve your problems. This is online. This is very easy. It's very accessible. Just if you know how to use it, you just pay them, you can hire, and then they will do your job. And also, the problem is about child pornography. And one study was conducted, at the University of Portsmouth, and where internet traffic was generated more than 80% of so-called darknet. It was like child abuse, where they were posting child's pictures, and as also about human trafficking. And human traffickers, they're very creative, because they want to hide their messages, their conversation between others, and they use different tools, and they do that. And what there's some statistics globally 20 million people are estimated to be kidnapped. And also this is very popular. Maybe some people heard about this. This was Silk Road. This is mostly the online black market. Here you can buy, you could, it was shut down. You could buy drugs. It's like Amazon, You just pay, they will deliver to your address. So, but you use Bitcoins. Here you can rent a hacker. You know, you pay him and he will do everything. If you want to crack somebody's, you know, like for example, some websites, some organizations, you pay and the hacker will do it for you. Just basically, and they do it and do it online, and it's very interesting, like, so that it's difficult to catch them and arrest because they do it. They could be everywhere around the world. This is a problem with, you know, like with digital crimes, because you can be anywhere around the world. And here, like, you can see, like, hackers, they also can steal some government information. Probably heard about Edward Snowden, Julian Assange, what they do, but they call them activists because they have their own philosophy. They think that everyone should know the truth, and they spread it. And here also, like, you can buy, you know, like, health insurance, like somebody, but it was stolen. Also, you can buy some credit cards, some information, and they have like prices. Like, it's very expensive in the UK. And also, we talk a little bit about Bitcoin, but unfortunately, Bitcoin has like bad associations because usually, like, criminals use it to monetize their, like, you know, things what they've done. So you can see like 47% of all Bitcoin was used by criminals. So it's very, but also like what is wondering us today, we have also cyber terrorists. What they do, they spread, they, you know, try, you know, getting attention from the public. They do propaganda. They also, you know, try to recruit other people. What they do, and yes, they see here like what's happened. But what is good, like cyber terrorism, like attacks, they hasn't happened already. So which is good. Thanks God. So also we have like, you know, terrorist organizations like Al Qaeda, ISIL. They want to recruit young people. That's basically how they did. Like, you know about a little maybe about people from Western Kazakhstan. They joined ISIS from Kazakhstan. They were young people. They joined ISIS and they went to Iraq and Syria. This is basically how ISIS recruited them. And here we have some, of course, mitigations. How we can first of all is engineering countermeasures. So it's basically like using softwares, you know, different types of softwares, and trying to. And the second one is the legal. So, but it's like have some difficulties because, as I said, cyber criminals can be anywhere around the world. It's very difficult to catch them. We have to have agreement between countries. We have to collaborate. So, what is good, like English-speaking countries, like I would say former British Empire countries, like they have like a good collaboration between each other. Like that's why Edward Snowden didn't go to England, he went to Moscow because there was no agreement between Russia and the UK. So yeah, that's why they couldn't get him. And we have also economic countermeasures. So basically we have to spend money and government, like the US spend a lot of money on cybersecurity. They spend a lot of money, they educate their own people, and also every company has like a different specialist in this field. And education countermeasures, because not everyone, you know, like knows cyber security, didn't study computer science. So we have to educate people, explain like very simple things. So just use strong passwords, you know, use like, you know, capital letters, different, you know, like, and also change your password. And also some tips so you can, you know, secure your computer, your mobile phone. A lot of people ignore this fact, they don't secure their mobile phone. May I ask a question? Who has like, I don't know, antivirus on their smartphones? Do you have antivirus and protection? A lot of people don't have, unfortunately. They ignore this fact. And also we can do like protect and avoid some scams and call the trusted person. So there's some tips and you can ask me, I think we're out of time, yes? So yeah, thank you very much for your attention. It's been my pleasure to give my speech. So if you want to ask me a question in any languages, I will be able to answer.
Он настоящий. Мы его не подкупили. Он в форме и умеет разговаривать на английском. Мало того, учился за рубежом. Похлопаем. Вот, существует это вот. И даже в удостоверении личности он красивый. Вот что поделаете. Такие у нас спикеры. И